Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be solving the second question from the sixth chapter of the Beer and Johnson textbook. And in this question, we have to use the method of joints in order to determine the force in each member of this truss. And at the end, we have to state that whether the member is in tension or compression. So we're going to start with finding the unknowns at two supports that we have at A and C. And after that, we're going to move on to each joint in order to find the force in each member. So looking at this, we'll see at member A, we have a pin, meaning we have both X and Y component. We can consider AX and AY. We're just going to assume one direction or positive direction for this for now. And at the end, if we get a negative answer, that shows that our assumption for a direction of AX and AY is not correct. So at point C, we have a roller, meaning we only have a normal force. We can show it with C, and let's consider this our X and Y. So we are in equilibrium. We can use our equilibrium equations, including sum of all forces equals 0, and we have the same thing for moment. So since we have the most unknowns at point A, we can start with finding the moments about point A counterclockwise positive. That way we can get rid of all the unknowns at A, and we'll end up with the moment of C and the 300 pounds that we have at point B. So if we look at the moment of C, we'll see that the moment is counterclockwise, so positive C times 15 inches, and the moment of B, as we can see, is in this direction, so clockwise moment. So negative sign 300 pounds times the vertical distance to the line of action, or what we have from here to here, which is basically 48 plus 15. So 48 plus 15. And this is going to be equal to 0. From here, we can find C. So our C would be 300 times 48 plus 15. So 48 plus 15, 63 times 300 divided by 15. So divided by 15, that's going to give us 1260 pounds. No negative sign, no negative sign. That shows that the direction for C was correct. We found the first unknown, and we just need to do sum of all forces in Y direction in order to find the other unknown that we have in here, or AY. So AY plus C minus 300 is equal to 0. So the AY in here would be basically 300 minus 1260. So 300 minus 1260, it's gonna be minus 960 pounds. The negative sign shows that AY is actually downward. And we can do sum of all forces in X direction. The only force that we have in X is AX. And since we have sum of all forces in X is equal to 0, that shows that our X is also 0 too. So no horizontal component at point A. So now we have all the forces in this truss. We can move on with the free body diagram of each joint. Let's start with joint B. So if we look at joint B, we see that we have the 300-pound force. We have two forces in these two members, which are member AB and BC. Regarding the direction, we can consider whatever direction that we want to for now, and we're gonna get the right direction from the question. Let's do this one left and this one right. Obviously, these two has to be in the opposite direction of each other, because one of them, or the FAB in here, has a negative X component, so FBC has to be inclined to the right in order to have the X component positive. And all we need to do in here is just to find this angle here, which would be the angle that we have in here. And if we look at this angle, let's call it alpha, this will be alpha 2, and then this right triangle, it's easy enough to find the alpha. Basically, if we do the tangent of alpha, so we call this alpha. So the tangent inverse of alpha, the tangent inverse of opposite over adjacent, 20 over 48, is going to give us the alpha. So tangent inverse of 20 divided by 48, which is going to be 22.62 degrees. Now we can do sum of all forces in x and y direction. So in x direction we have FBC cosine of 22.62 minus FAB. And if we do sum of all forces in y direction, we have FBC sine of alpha minus 300 is equal to 0. So from here we can find FBC, which will be 300. 300 divided by sine of 22.62. So FBC is going to be 780 pounds. And we didn't get any negative sign. That shows that's the correct direction for FBC. So that's the force from the member to join, and the member in here would be in the opposite direction. So the member would be in compression. And now that we have FBC, it's easy to find FAB from our FX equation. So FAB would be basically FBC, which is 780 times cosine of 22.62. And that's coming from this part. Let's calculate this. 780 times cosine of 22.62, and that's going to be 720.1. And if you want to find if the member is in compression or tension, so the member would be in here, again based on Newton's law, that has to be in the opposite direction, so this will be in tension. So we found two of these, which was FAB and FBC. There's only FAC left, so we can move on to the joint A. So we're gonna draw the free body diagram of joint A, and if we look at A, we'll see that we have so we have the force AY, AX is 0, and the force in AB and AC. So AY, we figure out that it's actually downward, so we consider AY downward, and the value that AY has is 960. So we're not going to put minus 960 because we already counted for the direction of the reaction at point A. So it's downward, but the value is 960. And we have FAB and FAC. Let's check the FAB and FAC. So FAB was basically in tension. That means the force from member to joint A has to be in this direction. So this is our FAB. And looking at this, we'll see that FAC has to be in the opposite direction in order to cancel out the x component of FAB. But we need an angle in here. Let's call this one beta. So beta would be this angle right here that we are looking for. And if we look at this right triangle, we can find easily beta. So our beta this time would be tangent inverse of the opposite over adjacent. Opposite is what we have as 20, adjacent is 15. So 20 over 15. And let's find the tangent inverse of 20 divided by 15. That's going to give us 53.13 degrees. And we can do either sum of all forces in x or y direction. We're going to get same thing. So basically we have FAC sine of beta minus AY is equal to 0. So FAC would be AY over sine of beta. So this will be 960 over sine of 53.13. 960 divided by sine of 53.13. So our FAC would be 1200, no negative sign, and that shows that the reaction is correct, which we already knew based on the directions that we have. So the member in here would be in the opposite direction or compression. And yeah, we can try to check the answer by doing the FX2, but we're gonna get the same thing and everything's gonna work out. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We're covering different textbooks in this channel. Feel free to check out the playlist and let me know if you have any specific problem from those textbooks. Then we can cover it in the next videos. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.